Health is the foundation of everything we do. It shapes how we feel, how we perform, and even how we experience life. Being healthy and maintaining a weight range that's right for your body isn't just about aesthetics or fitting into a particular size, it's about longevity, vitality, and empowerment. In today's time, with every single person giving Muft ka gyan on Instagram, I can completely understand how difficult and frustrating it has become to make right dietary choices. Some people debate about fruit, some debate that raw vegetables can cause bloating, some debate about intermittent fasting, and the list just goes on. But what to actually believe? The reality is there is no one answer. The answer is it depends. Yes, it depends on your gender, your age, your hormonal state, and so much more. In this masterclass, we will be talking about a few principles of diet and their effect on body composition. There are five major principles that I am going to talk about. These are calorie balance, which is calorie in versus calorie out equation, macronutrient amount, which is the proportion of macros like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats on your plate, nutrient timing, supplementation, and hydration. Let's talk about first principle, which is calorie balance. So calorie is basically the amount of energy that you are getting from your food. You either use that while breathing, walking, or doing the daily work, or you store that in your body. This usually happens when you are taking more calories than you need. But when you are consuming less calories, then you simply do not stop breathing or lose the ability to walk or think. The body has a backup plan. To sustain itself, the body breaks down some of its own tissues, mostly fat. Sometimes it can be protein too, to release stored energy. For example, you need 2000 calories in a day to function. If you consume 1700, you will lose weight. But if you consume 2200, you will gain weight. But wait, don't stop having your dinner to lose weight because things are not that black and white in your body. This calorie in versus calorie out equation might work in the short run, but not in the long run. Doing this for a long run will devastate your body. Your body will start getting wrong signals that you are under some kind of scarcity or extreme stress. In that case, instead of using your fat as energy, it will start storing fat for the crisis that it is imagining. So remember, diet can work for a short period of time but not long. This doesn't mean that you can't lose a lot of extra weight. You just need to revamp your metabolism. Now, how can you do this? Here comes the role of macronutrient amount, which is our second most important principle. There are three major nutrients that provide the majority of calories in our diet. These nutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Per gram of calorie content is as follows. Protein provides 4 calories per gram. Carbohydrate also provides 4 calories per gram, whereas fat provides 9 calories per gram. Yes, fats have more than double and are calorie dense. Let's do a little math. I'll try to make it very easy to understand for you. Let's take a different example. For example, you need 1500 calories to function. How many macros should you consume? Matlab, how many protein, carbohydrates and fats should you consume? The answer in simple language is plan your calories in a way that you are consuming maximum protein while still allowing the minimum amount of fats and carbohydrates for optimal health. General requirement for protein varies in between 0.6 to 2 gram per kg of body weight for the best health. People who work out rigorously need even higher. So, if your body weight is 50 kgs and your calorie requirement is 1500 calories, and you are active, that is, you are working out 4 days in a week, you can consume up to 1.8 gram of protein per kg of your body weight. Therefore, you will consume 90 grams of protein, which will give you 360 calories because protein provides 4 calories per gram, remember, which is approximately 24 or 25% of your total calorie intake. A tip: try to keep your protein intake in between 20 to 25% of your total calorie intake. Now, you need to distribute the rest optimally among carbohydrates and fats. A good distribution can be 25% for protein, 30 to 35% for fats, 40 to 45% for carbohydrates. Let me do some more calculation here for you. So, you will be taking 450 calories from fat, which will be 50 grams of fat. Remember, 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. And you will be taking in 675 calories from carbohydrates, which will be around 168 grams of carbohydrates. Note that this is just an example that I have shared. Your maintenance calories might differ and your protein requirement also might differ according to your workout routine. And this macronutrient composition is for a balanced diet, not for weight loss. Is the calculation part too much? I know it is. I totally understand if you don't want to calculate your calories. After all, we are human and food is our pleasure. Why should we measure and eat every single day? So here I have a better approach for you, which is the plate method. Here you don't have to measure the food or count any calories. You can do a balanced eating just by taking care of how you are putting food on your plate. This is how a balanced plate should look like. 50% of it filled with vegetables, 25% filled with carbohydrates, other 25% filled with protein. You must be thinking there was no mention of vegetables in the calorie counting method. Yes, you are right. Calorie counting usually focuses on big macronutrients. Vegetables, on the other hand, don't have a lot of calories, but they have a lot of fiber and a lot of micronutrients, and therefore, eating a lot of them can promote longevity, which is amazing, right? So, anytime I find the plate method better. But because this is a masterclass, I feel it was my duty to explain the calorie counting method too. So, this was all about balanced eating and a few tips on how to burn fat easily. If you are my client, you must be able to relate now how I have planned your diet, right? So, let's call it a day. I wish you a healthy life.